Hello students, today we shall start the physics of class first year, 11th. Class first year physics. Unit first, physical world. Before starting our lecture, myself introduce ourselves. My name is N.S. Yadav. Our channel is GB Physics Coaching Classes. I am teaching since last 15 years CBSE and BSc courses. I hope you will like our channel and subscribe and share to the other persons. Now we start first. Our first topic is what is science? Science is a systematic, step by step study of any physical quantity or any physical law based on the experiment, based on the verification, based on the formula. So we can define it a systematic study or the systematic observation based on the formulate and observation, experiment and verification. That is the base of the science. We can define it the systematic and organized formulated study based on experiment, observations, and verification. Is known science. There are so many definitions. Many scientists define in many types of ways, but a simple definition: the systematic and the organized formulated study based on the experiment, observations and the verification is known as science. Then we come physics. What is physics? It is a study of nature and the phenomena based on the nature, or the measurement of any physical quantity based on the physics. So the measurement or the natural laws study is known as physics. The study of nature and natural phenomena phenomena based on measurement is known as physics. Now we come fundamental forces. There are so many forces by which the nature is bound. Gravitational force, when we throw anything up in the sky that comes to the earth, there is something which is based on the region that comes the body downside. Similarly, the earth moves around the sun and the moon moves around the earth. Like this, many planets move in the universe around many other bodies. So this phenomena is based on the forces. That forces are of four types. First one, the gravitational force. Gravitational force is the force between the two bodies, like earth and sun, like sun and moon, and other particles which are at distance, small distance or far distance. This formula based on the mass of two bodies, directly proportional to the product of the mass and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the two bodies. Other force is electromagnetic force. That force is based on the charge on the bodies. And third force is strong nuclear force, and last one is weak nuclear force. Fundamental forces. There are four types of force. Number one, gravitational force. Number two, electromagnetic force. Number three, strong nuclear force. And fourth one, weak nuclear force. Today we shall discuss the gravitational force. Once again, science is the systematic and organized study of any physical quantities that is based on experiment, observation and verification. Physics is the study of nature and natural phenomena, which is based on the measurements. Third one, fundamental forces. There are four fundamental forces: gravitational force, electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force, and weak nuclear force. Now we shall discuss the gravitational. If we consider two bodies, M1 and M2, their separation is R. The center of this body and center of this body is apart, R distance. Then the force between two bodies is directly proportional to the product of the masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the two bodies. It is defined that this force is directly proportional between the masses, the product of masses, of two bodies and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the centers of the body. Are two bodies their separation is R. Then gravitational force F is directly proportional to the product of two masses and F is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the two masses. If we take together, then it is M1, M2 and R square, or F equal to G M1 M2 upon R square, where G is the universal gravitation constant. G is universal gravitational constant. Its value is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus minus 11 Newton meter square and kb square. And now we shall find the value of B. Just a minute. We verify the value of G. Minus 11, right? The characteristics. CHARATERISTICS. Characteristics of gravitational force. They are attractive forces only. These forces are attractive only. Number 2. These forces act along the line joining the centers of the two bodies. Along the line joining the centers of two bodies. Number 3. These forces are equal and opposite, equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. And opposite in direction. Suppose this force is F12, then this force is F21. Then F12 is equal to minus F2. These forces are long range forces. These forces are conservative nature. The work done by these forces independent of the path loads. The work depends only upon the position of the two bodies. By these forces, the work done by these forces is independent of path followed. These forces are central force. The forces which are either attractive or repulsive are known as the central force, but in this case there's only the attractive force. Attractive force is also a central force. Example. The rotation of Earth around the Sun is the example of gravitation. The rotation of Earth is due to the Earth around the Sun. Around the Sun. Number 2, rotation of Moon around the Earth. These are 2 examples. There are many examples. We have taken only 2. Once again, gravitational force always acts between the 2 bodies having masses. Suppose one body has the mass m1 and other bodies have the mass m2, and they are separated by a distance r. Then the force between 2 bodies is directly proportional to the mass, product of the mass of the 2 bodies, and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the centers of 2 bodies. If we combine together, then F is directly proportional to m1 m2 upon r square, or F is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square, where G is a universal gravitational constant whose value is 6167 into 10 to the minus 11 Newton meter per kg square. This value of G remains throughout the same on the universe. And characteristics of the gravitational force: these forces are attractive only. These forces acts along the line joining the 2 centers of the body. These forces are equal in magnitude but opposite direction. These are long-range forces. These forces are conservative in nature. The work done by these forces is independent of path followed, and these forces are central forces. Example: rotation of Earth around the Sun and the rotation of the Moon around the Earth are our 2 examples. Now we finish our lecture here. Okay.